Alright, so the new Constellation system has come out, and boy oh boy, does it look scary. Speaking of scary, where can you find this Constellation system? Well, you can find it in your box, right here, where the CC is meant to be. Click here, and you will be given this. How does it work? You may ask. Well, I was about to tell you, stop asking questions. I think I have schizophrenia. You get these GPs, which are, I'm assuming, are grand points. No idea what GP could stand for other than grand points. To unlock nodes on this system that looks very much, and I mean very much, like Dokkan Battle. Potential system. It looks a lot like it. It's literally it. Because each individual node that you unlocked with the GPs will grant you stats for all of your characters in your box. Yes, unlike basically every single system we've ever had, where you needed, like, to do that thing for each individual character, like Super Awakening, Holy Relics, you know, stuff like that. This is for your whole box. Once you unlock it, it's unlocked for every unit. Now, one thing to keep in mind, I was very confused about this. Right here, it shows the buffs, right? That I'm getting from this constellation, which cost me around 2000 GP. This first constellation. Not very big buffs, by the way. 2% pierce, 2.4% resistance. These don't show in your box. I was very confused because I was unlocking these nodes. I was checking my characters. My stats right here don't have those stats applied, so keep that in mind, which is very weird. I'm assuming it's a bug. But if you go in game, you actually can see the stats, unlike in your box. So, well, how do you get the GPs, you may ask? I was about to tell you, you should stop asking questions. I'm about to tell you. To get the GPs, you basically just have to play the game. You acquire them by getting new characters, by leveling up characters, getting character cosmetics, Super Awakening characters, basically doing anything that would be for character progression. And it's very annoying. Let me actually show you, alright? I'm gonna show you getting one. If I go on Yuri, which I haven't leveled up yet, if I, let's say, awaken him, right? It gives me a pop-up. Oh, I clicked something else. Every time. And I have to click the pop-up every time. They need to change this. Like, I did this, like, I awakened one character, which was Terry, and they already annoyed me. So, every time now that you awaken a character, Super Awaken a character, evolve a character, upgrade their cosmetics, do everything that you want for a character, not only you have to take 25 minutes to do the whole process, because it's how long it takes to get a character from 0 to max. Now you also have to keep clicking one extra time every time you do something, because it will give you a pop-up. Great! Great stuff! But yeah. So, essentially you just give as much as you have. If you already have an account that's pretty built up, you will get a good amount of GPs. Again, I had like around like 14,000. Because I have a pretty reasonably built account. So that's what they're looking for. They're looking for this long-term sort of account build thing. Now, one thing they released a lot... I should just give this, because why not? One thing that they released alongside this system... By the way, this is a heavily whaled system, right? Like, for you to have something crazy like this, like max out these constellations, you need to be a whale, which is the whole intent, of course. You want your devoted players to have this advantage, right? But look, these stats are so minimal, but of course, as they stack, they do end up making a difference. One thing is, you know, oh, I can't, because, oh, please tell me I don't have to click each individual one. Oh no, okay, well. The one thing is, like, if you're facing someone that has, like, similar constellation built as you have, you both have the same buffs, so you're like in an equal playing field. But if you're gonna face a whale, for instance, in PvP, because for as far as I know, this affects PvP. Unless I'm incorrect, which you can correct me in the comments if it is the case. I'm assuming this does work in PvP. You will be having an even greater disadvantage against the whale, you know, because they're gonna have more points than you. Simply put, they're gonna have more points than you. I guess I'll give this one. Doesn't matter. But yeah, so this is how much I gave. And again, you can actually see the stats here, like for each. Can I see the overall stats? I can't. I have to click each individual constellation. These are the stats given by this constellation, whatever. Now, the thing I was gonna say, what they released alongside this was the cap for this increased HP. It used to be up to 6 million box CC, or was it 4? 4 million box CC. Now it went to 6 million, 8 million, 10 million, and 12 million. Now, if you recall, when I only had the Constellation 1, I only had 7.8 million box CC. Now I have still 7.8 million box CC. This didn't give me any extra, really. So this, bro, this is a massive buff for whales. There's, oh, 10 million? There's no way someone has 10 million box CC, right? You have like 7.8 and you spend a lot of money, but you wouldn't even know. I don't spend nearly as much money as these JP whales. Give me just a second here. This is the guy who got #1 on PvP on JP for, you know, the past few weeks, and he has 10 million box CC. Yeah, this guy whales. He got #1 overall, and by a long shot. He had 3,000. #2 had 1,900. You see this jump? Jeez. That was absurd. Absurd jump. Oh my god. He has 10 million. Oh, no one's gonna have 12 million. Oh, that was an autoplay thing when I changed scenes. No one's gonna have 12 million. Well, that guy's gonna have 12 million. You can be damn sure he's gonna have 12 million soon. He already has 10. You think I spend money because that's what you see. You don't see these whales that have literally every single character in their box with UR gear maxed out. Like literally every, like when I say like every character, I don't mean like every like section of character, like, oh, he has a UR gear for golfer. No, each individual golfer has a separate UR gear set. Like it's some crazy shit like that. This is what they're trying to do. They're trying to separate the normal whales like me, who spend money because I technically work with the game, so I make my money back, and the troglodytes. All right, the behemoths, the whatever term you want to call them. Those guys are eating now. But yeah, so further separation, further segregation is what I like to call. But yeah, this constellation system is basically it. I like the concept. Yeah,